Hi everyone, welcome to your Alchemy Scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the macro cycle. So what story is imbuing the energy set for all of us on a collective scale? To do that, I'm pulling up the Sabian symbol for the exact degree point of our new moon in Scorpio that is occurring at 19 degrees Scorpio on November 11th, 11/11/2015. The Sabian symbol is delicious. It is a woman draws away two dark curtains, closing the entrance to a sacred pathway. Now, this one, you don't have to be very intuitive to get the whole message, the whole energy set behind this micro story of this symbol, because these symbols, sometimes only a couple words long, contain great depth of meaning. This particular symbol, a woman drawing away two dark curtains that have been closing the entrance to a sacred pathway, is so self-evident. We are opening our eyes. We are seeing new realities. We are seeing the depths of interdimensions. This is juicy. It's very good. And for it to be occurring on the 11/11 portal, this new moon point, is quite something. So it could be, whether you're a woman or a man listening to this scope, that indeed you feel the energies quite clearly at this point in time as we move forward into, a more evolved self. It's ever evolving. The last couple months have been kind of unprecedented. The next several years will prove to be powerful and shifting. We are not going to recognize the people that we were. A year, even 6 months down the line, we're not going to recognize who we once were. This is a very poignant time. You are moving through a very poignant portal. You are stepping into your power, and in fact, you are drawing away curtains that previously veiled realities. So this is exciting. So let's go ahead and move on to the I Ching and see what your specific sign's microcycle is. Leo. So let's take a look at the I Ching hexagram that's coming up for you to cover the microcycle, the energy set between this Scorpio new moon to the Sagittarius new moon chapter for you. You received number 27, nourishment. The two trigrams that make up this particular hexagram are mountain above, thunder below. Nourishment refers to much more than just a healthy diet. It is the caregiving function. Eating properly implies care for oneself. Providing healthy meals in a home is a sign of caring for the family. The writer of a great book or a composer of an inspiring piece of music also provides nourishment to humanity by caring deeply about his or her work and offering the fruits of it to the world. You can know people by observing what they choose to nourish in their own lives. Do they feed and develop their own bodies? Do they cultivate their spirits, their intellects, their moral values? The most successful people are temperate in eating and drinking, thinking and dreaming. They strengthen the world by nurturing the higher nature in humanity. Leo, welcome to your spreads for December. So let's get started. A reminder that this runs from the new moon to the new moon cycle. So this is starting 11/11 from Scorpio's new moon, and it runs until Sagittarius's new moon on December 11th. So I've already shuffled my Siri deck. This is my custom 144 card deck that I've made and used for myself. It's a 1-copy deck. As I've said in the other scopes this month, I have received lots of inquiries about the deck if it's for sale, and it's not currently for sale. However, I have 2 fantastic decks that are underway now, and one of which is going to be completed within the next few weeks or so, certainly before Christmas time, and hopefully the next one, the second deck, will also be available before Christmas as well. So I'll keep you posted on that, okay? I'm sure you can hear it. There's a bit of a beautiful, gorgeous, sumptuous windstorm going on outside. So you might hear chimes clashing. You might hear the crows kind of going crazy outside as well. So Leo, let's start out. Let's pull the spread. We're going to go ahead and pull your Ascended Master, and we're going to do what we did last month and pull a selection of your archetypal cards as well for you to glean and intuit the one that's appropriate for you. So let's go ahead and pull. This is a synchronic spread that I pull. It's a 5-point spread. Let's see what we have. Now, Leo, I will tell you that there was a card that turned while I was shuffling, and this is the card. So I'm going to pull it out. It's courage reversed. So let's just keep that in the back of our heads as we're going through this spread. So that card did flip during the shuffle for you. All right, well, you don't have that many cards. What happens with this particular spread is the reversals bring out additional information in the spread. So we'll go ahead and turn those over now that we know what's here. There's something going on, a bit of a simplification process for you, Leo, this month. You might feel it has to do with love at the core, but you might be feeling that things are not advancing or perpetuating in the way that you would like to see them go now. There's questioning about love for you. You are wondering, is love even possible for me? That's kind of what I'm getting here from this spread. So during this cycle, there's going to be some questioning coming up about, and it could very well be the lack of affectionate or loving or supportive relationships, Leo. It could be the lessening of them, meaning the relationships that you do have that have been maybe satisfactory for you in the past. Perhaps now they're not feeling satisfactory. They're feeling, or you're experiencing them to be less loving, less supportive, less what you wanted and what you thought they really were. It could be because a lot of people are going through a real deep transformation of what they thought was the truth and new truths coming out. So it could be that you're seeing things clearly, more clearly now, but it is, it doesn't feel so good. However, you are going to be connecting, Leo, with a level of strength in regards to maybe, and the less card, by the way, could have to do with not just a lessening of the quality of relationships or the lessening of relationships. It could also be that you are satisfied at a new level of comfort, perhaps, for some of you out there, with less friends, like maybe less quantity but greater quality. So it could be that you are feeling a bit stronger and perhaps at a foundational level more comfortable with what you're intuiting to be the truth about these relationships. So it has to do, because these are all in the emotional sector. So we have the anything's possible card, we have the romantic love card, and we have new birth. And what this is saying is, you could, for some Leos out there, it could be that you are perhaps entering into, or you've met somebody that is a potential love partner, and there's questions about it. So you're not sure if this is really a love relationship of a romantic sort, or if it's a love relationship of a friend sort, or what it is. But you're questioning it. It's not set into place. You're unsure. It's uncertain at this point. So it could be that emotionally, you do have an opportunity for a new birth, a new emergent relationship coming to the fore, that you do maybe feel a level of strong comfort with this person. You feel comfortable with this person. And you're connecting with this person. You're connecting with them. You're able to resonate with them on a mental level. Communications are smooth and good between you. So there is a connective, mentally you connect. But there's, the less card is still at the center. So what I'm seeing, Leo, is two potential scenarios. I am seeing that it could be that you are contemplating or are experiencing during this cycle less relationship, less love, less support, less what you thought you wanted or maybe thought you had. Or it could be that you're satisfied with simplicity. You're satisfied with less, more quality and less quantity of friends, of romantic partners, of whatever it is. Because again, even though this is the center theme, and even though there's questioning coming up, there's still this potential for new love. A new birth of love is emerging. And there is a strong level of comfort, and there is a level of connection that you have mentally. We are all moving into a cycle of being very much more appreciative for less, for a simpler way of being, for a greater level of quality, and we're less engaged with the quantity aspect. So it could be that there is a simplification or a simplified relationship that is presenting itself. You know, it's interesting. There is another thought that's coming up. And the other thought has to do with money. So, for example, for some of you out there, it could be that you're meeting somebody that doesn't have a lot, doesn't have a lot of possessions, of money, of whatever. But you're comfortable with it. You're connecting, and that's all you want. Maybe you're feeling, wow, anything is possible with this person, no matter what they have or don't have. So that kind of came up as well. So for some of you, it could be that this person is lacking possessions or money, but you're feeling, you know what? I feel comfortable, and that's what's mattering to me right now. That's my priority. Interesting that. Let's see what the other cards are, because that will. Now let's look at the courage before we move on. So this was the card that flipped out of the deck and just flipped out of my hand as well. So it could be that there's some level of courage that's being called forward for a majority of Leos out there at this time. And it could be that, for example, if a person's showing up in your life experience with less of what you, and by the way, this could be less qualities that are on your list of things that you wrote for a while. My ideal partner has X, Y, and Z. It could be that they don't really meet the list, but yet there's a great level of comfort and connection. So you're thinking, wow, maybe there is anything possible. But it's going to confront your growth edge of courage. You might have to then stand in your ethos, stand in your truth, like your true soul desire, and really fire away the dross and get clear on really what you want. And it could be that that's what's going on here. That you thought you needed more, but you don't need more. You only need comfort. You only need great love. You only need connection. Interesting this, huh? So courage, Leo, for you. Very interesting. Let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Carolyn Miss Archetype card deck. And I'm going to go ahead and pull 3. And please go ahead and tune into one of them. And we'll see what is asking, what you are connecting with that wants to be matured most during the course of this cycle. So for Leo. It got really windy for a while there as we were doing the spread. It's died down now, but I'm wondering if you were able to hear that. Okay, so Leo. Let's see what wants to come for you. Okay, so card 1, Leo. Card 2. Okay. Leo, great. So go ahead and tune in. See where your eye tends to land most. See where your heart feels an expansion point. And that's your one. And don't doubt it. Just pick the one that you first are really drawn to. And of course, this is Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. And I'm going to go ahead and pull your Ascended Master guidance for the month. Leo. What wants to come for Leo? What do we have for you, sweetie? Okay, health and healing. Hilarion is coming up. This card does imply that, you know, if you have healing capacities, fix my sleeve there. If you have healing capacities, they're calling to come out now. And it also could mean that you're in the process of healing. You might have been ill or have something in the body that's activated, that's asking to, you know, really be seen, heard, attended to. Sorry, I passed it here. Here we go. Okay, so this is what Doreen Virtue writes for. Here comes the wind again. So just make note of when the wind is showing up during our spread today. Okay, so it's really coming in right now. So Hilarion, let's see. This card is a sign of healing. Your divine healing power has awakened and you feel compelled to help others to heal. Just as you have been healed, so too do you want to help others to enjoy health and vitality. You're supported in making life changes so that you can continue to heal yourself and others. Let go of any fears or restrictive thinking to open up to the miracles of healing, Leo. And now the wind has died down. So, yeah, I felt like I was having to almost yell with that. That's interesting. Okay, so Hilarion. So there's some healing themes activated for you, and it's for you to attend to your own capacity and your own need for healing and the healing of others. So to really step up in that role. So that's the guidance for you, Leo. Fabulous. So let's go ahead and tune in. So Leo, if you picked the far left card, you know, I have to say Mystic has come up several times during this cycle. And I find that delicious. Things are exponentially powerful. Every day it seems to be getting more so. So we are all asked to become the mystic. But this is specifically, Leo, for you about maturing out of delusional rapport with the divine and moving into, so a state of ungroundedness and based on illusion and superstition and stuff that is kind of spinning out of control. It's not grounded spirituality. So delusional rapport with the divine into a state of reveling in the intimate union with the divine, which is inherent to your nature. You are source. You are source. So being the mystic is really just reconnecting with your aligned self. That's all it is. Okay, so if you picked the center card, interesting. Engineer has come up again for another sign as well. So this is a repeat for you as well. Engineer for you. So if you pick this card, Leo, this is about moving out of reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences and maturing into ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing solutions to common dilemmas. That's if you pick the center card, engineer. Beautiful. So Leo, oh my gosh, again, you know, I have to say detective, which by the way, detective has not come up once during this whole entire year for any of the signs until this month. And detective, I think this is the 4th time now that it's come up. Now, what that means, so Leo, if you selected detective, you are aligned with a macro theme that's playing out. A lot of people, in other words, are asked to evolve the detective, the inquiry within them at this time. It's coming up for me as critical, okay? So this is moving away from, maturing out of voyeurism. Now think social media, okay? Moving out of voyeurism and falsifying information and moving into great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth. Now the wind you can probably hear it, the wind is up again. So great powers of observation and intuition. Again, intuition here, okay? Desire to seek out the truth. The detective card, for me, is very clearly about, and it's unsurprising that it's come up all these times for these different signs, it's about getting real. It's about looking below the surface. It's about getting deeper. It's about asking questions. It's about getting to the truth. It's about transparency. It's about getting real. And a lot of people are asked to get out of illusion, which, by the way, this is also mystic, of course. So it's about getting below, getting out of the superficial voyeuristic tendency and moving into the deeper realms of truth. Beautiful. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out truth. Now, if you are a Leo who picked that card, if this is your sun sign, for example, and you have an ascendant and a moon and a north node that you're also checking out in the scopes, you'll want to make note to see if you get detective again. If you do, it's a double message, and it's highlighted for you that that's asked to be matured. Fantastic, Leo. Great. So let's move on to the Dakini and see what we have for you. Leo and Libra. So I am recording this for both of you because you both received the same Dakini Goddess. And when I pull the Dakini Goddess for this final component of the alchemy scopes, it's to show us what embodiment, who is it that you ideally become or embody this month in order to flow with least effort through this cycle. You both received number 24, Chi. Chi flows like water. She balances the inner fire, and her essence is the life force, the subtle air. A reminder that I am taking this from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. As I did last month, I'm going to read the Dakini transmission, and this month I'm going to add the affirmation for you as well. So for Leo and Libra, this is the Dakini transmission for Chi. I am Chi. I belong to all. I exist in all. If you find me and play with me, it will double my ability to freely flow, taking energy where it needs to go. Of course, Chi is life force. So you are to embody and activate your inner fire, your inner Chi. Let's move on to the affirmation. So for Leo and Libra, the affirmation for Chi is this: I have access to infinite supplies of Chi, life force. I am in tune with the forces of nature. I can balance and channel my Chi. I can heal myself. I'm going to read that again. I have access to infinite supplies of Chi, life force. I am in tune with the forces of nature. I can balance and channel my Chi. I can heal myself. If any of you out there are confronting some illness, if something has arisen in the body asking for it to be attended to and healed, this will serve you. But even if you are out there feeling healthy enough but lacking vitality, lacking motivation, lacking access to your inner fire, this will definitely serve you. So for Libra and Leo, I wish you both a beautiful month ahead. A reminder for those of you who don't know that I do wholeness education and soul alignment coaching. I help people access the stories that reside within. I help people connect with the natural organizing principles of nature and thus their own nature. So if you are interested in understanding what macro cycles, what micro cycles, and what drives you, what are the trajectory sets, and what are the inner drivers and patterns within you that are asking to be evolved, or rather are there to be evolved, I am available for sessions, so feel free to reach out to me if you would like to explore. The link for my website is below this video. I wish you both a beautiful month ahead. Talk to you soon. Bye.